Hi, welcome to Deeper Roots and Truths, and today I wanted to bring more healing messages. I wanted to talk about triangulation. I've touched on this before, but I wanted to bring it to you guys and let you know some of the effects of triangulation and how I was triangulated within like 14 triangles. So when I look back over my life, and these are just some of my triangles that I was involved in, and a lot of the times I wasn't aware that I was being triangulated. And some of the times I jumped into the triangulation. So I would say that the first triangulation started with myself, my mom, and my dad, because when the parents are going at it and they're both toxic, they're both being abusive to you, either mentally, verbally, emotionally, and like even when your dad decides to pretend like he's your father, but then don't take care of you, and he knows that you're his child and you're going to visit his mother every other weekend, and he's ignoring you and not spending time with you, that can be hurtful. So he was very toxic, and like I said, my mother was very verbally abusive, physical abusive at times, a lot of emotional abuse. And they were triangulating me between each other. They were both talking about what the other person was doing and what the other person wasn't doing, and they were putting me in the middle of it. So that was triangulation, and that started very young. And the way I stopped that triangulation is I told both of them not to talk about the other one to me. Mom, I don't want to hear you talking about dad. Dad, I don't want to hear you talking about mom. So, and I had to do that just recently with my son, and how his narcissist father was dogging me out and putting me down. And then I started talking about him, you know, and telling my son what he had done to me in the past. And it's like, my son don't need to be in the middle of that. So I had to even check myself with the triangulation. Myself, my grandmother, and her caretaker. It's like everybody that, you know, that took care of her, she wanted to make me jealous of. It's like, oh, well, such and such calls me every day, you know, or she talks to my aunt every day. Well, such and such, they call me, they check on me. And it's like, I told her, I don't need to talk to nobody every day but God. So she would try to make me jealous of all these relationships she had. And like I told her, your caretaker, you pay her to take care of you. So of course she's going to see you every day. Of course she's going to call you every day. She's going to pretend, you know, like you guys are cool, things like that. So I had to tell her that. But she triangulated me with her caretaker. My ex best friend and the narcissist, they were sleeping together behind my back, and so I was triangulated between them three because they was plotting on me and I didn't even know. So that's how you get triangulated with two people that are snakes. Me, my grandmother, and my dad. My grandmother, you know, she would always, you know, try to feel like, well, she wanted to be praised and seemed like she was the parent that was actually doing something for me. And you know, my dad wanted to always, you know, ask about me through my grandmother. So, you know, it was just a triangulation where I just kept having to be in the middle, and it was in the middle of my grandmother and my dad. My ex-friend and my ex-friend, these is both two people that I went to high school with, and both of them was toxic narcissists, and I was in the middle of it. One friend would always go and tell my business to the other friend, and even if I wasn't friends with her, my business was still being spread. And then, you know, then that friend would go and talk, you know, vice versa. And then I even put myself in the middle of it, because by still trying to be friends with either one of them, it puts you in the middle of it, you know. And if you don't like one of the friends, then you know, you've done created a triangulation by even trying to be friends with either one of the narcissists. My sister and my mom, you know, she would always tell my sister bad things about me, and then would have my sister feeling some type of way about me, and then, you know, it would cause a triangulation. My aunt and my family, she would always brag about how good of a mother I was, this and that, and it causes jealousy and it causes tension in the family, because this person is only doing that to lift you up. Yes, she's saying good things about you, but she knows it's getting under the skin of other people. So then you're in triangulation with your own family, and you didn't even ask to be in there. My ex and my dad, they're both narcissistic men. They both, you know, look down on women, and of course, you know, he even gave gave him permission to marry me. And it's like, after we got married and divorced, he's like, oh, I knew he was a liar. Well, why would you give permission for the man to marry me if you knew he was a liar? So both of them triangulated me in the middle, because I got the ex-narcissist on one hand, I have my father who's a narcissist on the one hand, and then I'm just sandwiched in the middle, where they made a secret agreement, you know, behind my back. I have my dad and his wife, because she went and told him lies about me, and then he believed it and then confronted me. And all it did was cause me to reactive abuse, because you're not going to taunt me. You're not going to try to make me feel small and try to tease me for not being a father, and then confront me about your wife, your lying wife. So I was in the middle of their thing, and all it did was just show me who both of them were. You know, she's something wrong with her and something's wrong with him. My ex and my sister, because he's sending her messages on Facebook, and she's not even telling me the messages that he's sending. So she's thinking she got some dirt on me when the narcissist done lied on me. So then I'm getting triangulated in between those. You know, like I said, it comes in threes, and you're not even knowing that you're in the middle. My mom and my ex, because, you know, I felt like I didn't have nobody. So it was like, okay, my mom is abusive, but my ex is abusive. Which one do I choose? You know, and instead of choosing myself, I kept getting, you know, being ping pong in between both of them, you know. And I knew that I had went through a lot of stuff as a child, but I still chose to, you know, still have sympathy and empathy for, you know, show grace to my mom and show grace to my ex. And so ultimately I ended up choosing myself. And then my ex and his mom, you know, he triangulated me in between his mother and tried to act like he was saving the day, saving me, protecting me, when really he caused all the drama between his own mother, and then tried to blame me. So, you know, I was getting sandwiched in between all these people, the ex and his sister as well, because he always wanted to act like he was bragging to me about his sister, and then going around telling his sister bad stuff about me. And in the middle, like I said, it's a smear campaign. So the point of the triangulation is to enhance the superiority. You know, the people that's triangulating you, they want to feel like they up here, and they have the narcissists have this God complex, where they want to be worshipped like God. They want to be seen like they don't do anything wrong, and they're using the triangulation to devalue some of you guys. So it's a sick, twisted thing, and it happens more often than we think. They're doing it to raise their self-esteem. So if they cause confusion, if they cause chaos, it makes them feel better, you know, because they're in the middle of it. Nobody even knows. They can sit back, you know, and act like they're not doing nothing, hide their hands and act like they didn't start all this drama, while you're being sandwiched in between all these people that they're going around talking to, talking about you to. So, you know, the triangulation can be deadly. It can be, especially when people are lying on you and acting like you did something to them, and then they go and tell a third party, and this third party don't like you now. Now they hate you. Now they want something, you know, now they want to hurt you. And it's all because, because the narcissist has created this triangulation with all these people. And again, like I said, it leaves people confused, off balance, because the people that they're even talking to you, they don't even know. They might see one side of you, and then the narcissist, you know, done told them a whole different side that they never seen, you know, from you. So they don't know what to believe. And then you're just left feeling stuck and feeling like, well, why would the narcissist lie on me? Why would they do this? What have I done? You know, so it causes everybody in the triangulation to be confused, except for the person that started the shit. And if you're sandwiched in between two narcissists, they both know what they're doing, and they're just transferring the shifting the blame from person to person. So they're both shifting the blame from each other, and you're just in the middle of it. And they are, you know, putting you in a third party with the flying monkeys. The flying monkeys are the people that has went along with what the narcissist has said, and they're smearing your name too. So usually you get sandwiched in between these people that are toxic, they aware that the narcissist is lying. Sometimes they're not, but a lot of the times they know they family member, they know they friend, they know that they lying, they know that all they do is lie. So, you know, what would make it different this time from them lying? You know, they just chose to be a part of that drama and that gossip, and they went and they spread that shit. And then if you do try to confront them about the, you know, triangulation, they're going to call you crazy or dumb because you figured out what's going on. And so now they're going to make it look like you're crazy to the family, you're crazy to your friends, you're dumb, you're silly, you got mental problems, you need help, all because they don't want to take responsibility for what the chaos that they've created. So some things that you can do to get yourself out of these triangulations is always have direct communication. And I had trouble doing that because for a long time I just didn't want to confront people, because I feel like grown people know what they're doing. If they know they've been talking about you, they know that they've been engaging in bullshit, why confront them? They already know that they ain't shit. But where I fucked up is went and told other people, because there ain't no sense in me telling other people that somebody did something to me. You know, because at the end of the day, just cut their ass off. You don't need to go tell nobody. Cut them off. Talk to God. You know, tell God what's going on, because at the end of the day, sometimes you can communicate with them, but a lot of the times the narcissists don't want you to pull their mask off. So why confront them, you know, especially when you're dealing with narcissists. Now, if you're not dealing with narcissists, use direct communication. That'll get you out of that triangulation. Set boundaries. Once you set boundaries, then you'll see who the narcissists are. You'll see who the shit starters are. You'll see what's going on. You'll see how you were sandwiched in between, you know, two people. And what made me start really seeing about the triangulation is when my ex-friend hooked me up with her cousin, and she triangulated me in between them two. And it was very weird. I felt weird. It started bringing back flashbacks of when I've been triangulated in other situations. But that is a time where I was like, oh my goodness, I'll never let somebody hook me up with somebody and then they try to triangulate me between their family. That was a very tough situation that I had to go through, but it opened my eyes to other times that I've been triangulated. Again, like I said, resist the need to vent to a third party. It's like, talk to the Most High or go talk to a counselor. But telling somebody about what happened between you and somebody else, you know, and you ain't talked to that person, that's just going to cause them to feel some type of way about that person, or, you know, it's not good. You know, it's always good to have direct communication. And like I said, a narcissist, they don't want you to figure them out. So cut them off, and then don't give no energy to them. It ain't no need for you speaking on them, mentioning them again, unless it's to help other people like I'm doing right now. The narcissist in my life, he tried to stop me from talking. When I first started putting on Facebook, you know, that I was dealing with a cold-blooded narcissist, his sister went and ran and told him that I put something on Facebook about him being a narcissist. And so that way, he tried to tease me like, oh, you're talking about me, you must still want me. And it's like, no, I'm talking about you because I'm trying to help other people. So the narcissist will try to shut you up by trying to spin it around like you still want them or something like that, so that you won't speak out against narcissism. And it's like, I'm still going to speak out against it. No, I don't want you. And I'm still going to help other people. So I was just bringing these messages to you today. I just want to let you know that triangulation is real. It's easy to get involved in. It's easy for you to get yourself involved in. I even had a situation where I was trying to help my cousin out, and I got in between a situation with his wife and him, because I'm like, if there's abuse or anything going on, I'm going to step in the middle of it, because I don't want anybody to be in abusive situations. Wrong, because then if they're toxic, then they're going to turn it around like you did something to them when you were just trying to help. So sometimes being a help can be more of a danger, because sometimes these toxic people need to stay together, you know, until they figure out that they don't need to be together. So we can't always help people. I learned a lot. You can't always jump into other people's situations. You can't always help when you don't need to be helped. If it ain't broke, don't break it. You know, sometimes people like this shit. Some people like being in these toxic situations, and it's not for you to be a help. You know, sometimes only God can help them, and it's not your job to help everybody here on earth. So help the people that want to be helped. Help yourself first and foremost. If you see that you're being triangulated, you know, get out of that situation. Cut off the toxic people that want to triangulate you, wants to start the bullshit, the confusion, the drama. Make sure that you're not jumping in stuff where you think that you can help when really you being a helpful person is going to hurt the situation. Just make sure that you're doing what you need to do to protect yourself at all times, and you're not being the cause. And make sure that you're not allowing people to throw you into situations and confuse you and get your mind going, you know, 20 million miles per hour off of some bullshit. You know, just make sure that you do what you do to protect yourself. So again, I wanted to bring these quick messages to you. Stay safe out there. You know, make sure that every day that you're trying to be a better person, that you're doing what you need to do to heal yourself, help yourself, learning different ways to help yourself grow, you know, and that's what we're here to do. You know, we're here to grow. We're here to learn. We're here to spread love, you know, so make sure that you're doing that every day. All right. This is Deeper Roots and Truths again, and y'all take care. Have a great day. Bye.